Good morning and welcome to the second part of the Peak District time-lapse project that I'm doing. Today we've got a couple of things, or places sorry, that we want to hit. Right now we're at the top of Bamford Edge. That's Lady Bower behind me that you can see. But coming here, it was bright sunshine, blue skies. So behind you, where I don't want to shoot, is bright blue skies. But over here, it's just grey, it's dull. Looking over Wintour towards Manchester, which is kind of off screen here, it's absolutely dark and it looks like it might be peeing it down, but behind that it looks blue skies. And like I say, behind you and kind of to my left, it's clear, there's clouds that are breaking up, so it would be lovely. But I don't know if you can see that in the background it's just all grey, it's miserable, there's no light shining on the actual hills or anything. So I'm gonna wave it out, see how it goes. Hopefully this good cloud will move in. If not, I might just have to leave this one and come back again, but we'll see. So see you in a minute. So my plan today is we're going to hit Bamford Edge, which I'm at now, and then we're going to hit, I think it's Stranage Edge or Stanage Edge, and then after that I've left my book at home with all my places I want to go to, my notebook. So I'm just going to look at Google Maps, OS Maps, and just see where there is. I know there's loads of places, I've been to most of them before. We do have Winhill across there, but I've been up there before and I've not really fancied any of the viewpoints as they are. But you know, different day, different light, it might be different. So at the minute in time, I've set a time lapse going right now, but as I was saying, it's just cloudy, it's murky. There is some cloud breaking through right at the back, and there's a light starting to shine on the top of the hills here. So I'm hoping that'll come, because it's got very windy very quick. I've had to put my tripod, so my DJI Osmo Pocket, which I'm recording on now, is on a Joby, thanks Brian, and that is attached to the top of my tripod, and I've had to put my bag at the bottom of the tripod because it was blowing over. I don't know if you can hear the wind or not. Talking about the wind and the sound, last video half of it was destroyed, or the sound, you couldn't really hear it because of the sound, because I was just using the mic on the Osmo Pocket. But today I've got this Tascam DR7 Mark II that my friend George has lent me to see how that works. So we've got a little mic here with a wind protector on. I bought a external mic just cheap off eBay, not eBay, sorry, Amazon. But I misread it and it's got a 5 meter lead on it, not like a meter or two that I need. So I've got loads of cable in my pocket. So I'm going to sync up all the sounds, see what it does. We've got a bit of wind, so I'm good, so that could test it to see if it is any good, if it's going to work or not. But yeah, hopefully it will, but I won't know till we're back. And to be fair to you watching this, so we'll see how it goes. So my plan today is we're going to hit Bamford Edge, which I'm at now, and then we're going to hit, I think it's Stranage Edge or Stanage Edge, and then after that I've left my book at home with all my places I want to go to, my notebook. So I'm just going to look at Google Maps, OS Maps, and just see where there is. I know there's loads of places, I've been to most of them before. We do have Winhill across there, but I've been up there before and I've not really fancied any of the viewpoints as they are. But you know, different day, different light, it might be different. So at the minute in time, I've set a time lapse going right now, but as I was saying, it's just cloudy, it's murky. There is some cloud breaking through right at the back, and there's a light starting to shine on the top of the hills here. So I'm hoping that'll come, because it's got very windy very quick. I've had to put my tripod, so my DJI Osmo Pocket, which I'm recording on now, is on a Joby, thanks Brian, and that is attached to the top of my tripod, and I've had to put my bag at the bottom of the tripod because it was blowing over. I don't know if you can hear the wind or not. As I was saying, this is what my camera's on. It's on just this little bit here. This is my setup now. So we've just got this little metal base with my tripod and head on, and the camera. So as you can see, that's kind of the setup, and what the view is kind of, we're getting a couple of, wait, let me move it down a bit, we're getting a couple of foreground rocks on the right, then you've got the lake in the middle and a bit of the cloud. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see properly, but yeah, but as you can see it's dull, but we've got a big white cloud in the middle of it there. So I'm shooting every, I think it's 7 seconds, I'm doing 350 seconds, sorry, 350 images to make, I think it's about 19 images, not images, 19 second time lapse that does. So yeah, so that does about a 19 second time lapse, and then what I'm going to do is put them all together. Okay, so we've had a bit of rain now. As you can see, I've just took, well, that was a shower cap that was on top of my camera, which I'm just taking off now. Keep the rain off, because it was getting on the lens and don't want that at all. So what I'm going to do now is reset it up. Let's just get the focus back to where it was, because I nudged it. Oh, the finger's a bit wobbly now. There you go. Why is that wobbly? So right, yeah, there we go. So we've just sturdied the tripod. I'm just going to focus in now on the rocks to the right, so just bear with me 1 minute. They're focused now. Okay, then let's have a look at the image. So we're a bit dark, so we'll make it a bit lighter. There we go. So right now I'm at ISO 160, I'm at f11, and I'm at 1/6 of a second. What I'm going to do is put it up to ISO 400 though, because I want to change my shutter speed to, I'm going to go with, we're at 20th of a second now. I've got a polarizer on, so I'm just going to take the glare off the water. Let's just see, is that wobbly still? Tripod's still a little wobbly, so I'm just going to tweak it a bit. That's now not wobbly. So now what I'm going to do is set it up to interval shooting, which I've built in the camera. I've got it at every 7 seconds, 350, and we're starting now. So that's starting. The clouds are looking a lot better than they were, and we've got some blue skies coming over as well, which is good. There's no more clouds, well, dark clouds for the rain. It looks as though it's all gone over there. Hopefully not where we're going next. And yeah, so I'm going to get this going. It's a bit windy to get the drone up to get some footage at the minute. If it calms down, I'll get it up and we'll get some good b-roll hopefully, but if not, never mind. I'll just shoot some hyperlapse like I did last time on me walking with the Osmo Pocket there. So yeah, so I'm going to do this. I reckon it's going to take a good half an hour or so, so I will see you soon. One thing I do enjoy about being out and about when I'm just waiting for, say, my time lapse is that I've been here now for maybe 3/4 of an hour. It's a Friday, kids are in school, and I've seen, since I've parked the car, I've seen 2 people, a cyclist walk past and an old man that's just walked past. Now, both said hello, had a little chat, and yeah, friendly as anything, but it's just the fact is that it's just so peaceful. The only noise I'm hearing really is the wind, the sheep that are behind me. Occasionally there is the road down there, the Bamford Road, but apart from that, it's so peaceful. It's lovely. For the time lapse now, I'm actually getting quite a bit of sun coming over the bridge at Lady Bower, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. My issue is I just hope I'm not overexposed, because I'm putting it manually, and when I exposed it all, it was dark and it was gloomy, so I'm hoping it's not going to overexpose. But what I've done, but it got to about 30 and I did stop it again, and then I made it a little darker, so to spate for it in a way, so we'll see if that works. It's just taken away, I think it's on about 50 or 60 now. So yeah, but yeah, just wanted to say how peaceful it was really up here. It's getting a bit chilly with the wind still, but apart from that, you can deal with that. Here you can put more clothes on and whatnot. I've got my bobby hat on, but yeah, it's bobbing away now. Once I've done this one, I'm tempted to walk a little bit further down that way, which is towards the reservoir, just to see if there's any more different compensations. Different views alike. I can't even think of the word, sorry. Just different views alike, and see what there is, because I've never walked that far to see. So hopefully I could get a good one, maybe with a bridge with a bit of the sky. If not, I'm tempted to go down and do a time lapse from down there by the bridge. I was going to go over to Stranage Edge, but now I'm here and it's only around the corner. I have got a lovely picture where it is got a lovely reflection of it. I'll post that up in a minute. And yeah, and that was one morning at 6 o'clock where it was cloudy, it was misty, you couldn't see a thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go down. I think I'm gonna go head towards the reservoir next, and then depending on the time, depending on the views and the parking, go over to Stranage Edge. And then I don't know whether I'll call that a day, or we'll see what time it is, because it is now, to be fair, it's only 10 o'clock, we're still early, aren't we? So we'll see. But what I'll do is I'll finish off here, and then what I'll do is I'll see you at the next place. So I'm at my second location now, which is the Derwentwater Lady Bower Bridge, where the dam busters practiced on the reservoir just up the road. So I'll just show you now. That's kind of it there, the view I've got with it, the side stones leading into the bridge. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. I've got my camera tripod set up, it's on its way, it's going. What I'm doing is I'm going to do two different time lapses here. I'm doing one where just my polarizer on and the water's moving with just it, so it moves the reflection. And then the next one I'm going to put the lead little stopper on, see if I can blur the water a little bit, see what that gives me, and a bit of a slower shutter speed for the clouds to see what happens. Yeah, so my camera's set up there now, it's doing its first lot, I think it's about halfway through, and then yeah, we'll put the other lead little and go from there. So I'm just sat on the water's edge now. You can see my tripod there on the right, the bridge on the left, and we're just going to I'll give you a tilt round of what we can see. There's the water, there's the mountains, and yeah, we're just waiting now for it to be complete. This is the only, well, it's not an issue to be fair, because it's lovely. It is lovely and peaceful. All I've got here is the water. I can hear a few cars every now and again on the road, but again, like up there, it's lovely. I ended up seeing 5 people in the end up on Bamford Edge, but I've seen no one down here. But I'm not 100% sure if it's public or private land. There's no sheep or anything. There's a gate that says do not park over it, but there's no keep out warnings or anything. So I'm unsure, so I'm going to get them and just run off really, and just see, just in case it is private land. I have, like I say before, I have been here once before, but it was 6 o'clock in the morning and it was murky, and there was no one about, no one was even parked on the main road. So yeah, we'll just take these, and then after this I think we're going to Stranage Edge, depending on what's between here and there. Need to check my map, maybe get a bite to eat as well, because I've not eaten anything today, and then yeah, see where we are. But at the minute it's a bit windy, it's got a bit overcast. There is blue skies over where I'm shooting, but behind me, I don't know if you can see, there are a bit of grey clouds rooming, like kind of before when it went rainy. So but luckily they're kind of going that way, so they're not going to hit me at this spot. They might at my next spot, but we'll see. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll come back to you when I've got the little filter on and we're going through that one and see how it looks. So I'll speak to you soon. Okay, so hopefully you can see that now. This is the shot kind of I'm having. It's a bit, I'm not sure how good it is. There you go. So let me swing you around. Wrong way. Swing you around, and let's get me back in focus. There we go. So I've had to start this one again because my battery ran out. I thought I'd have enough for the actual first one, but I didn't. I think I got about 200 shots, so I might be able to get a small one. So now what I've done is I've put the Nisi V5 Pro polarizer on to stop the shine in the water a little bit. I've also put the Lee little stopper on. My settings are ISO 400, f10 and 1 second. The reason I've gone for f10 is to get that 1 second shutter speed, so it is a bit smooth. It just makes the water a little bit smooth, so I want to see how that goes. But yeah, we'll do this now. I'm only doing 300, not 350, so we'll see how it goes, and then we'll go from there. What did happen, which is bugger's belief really, it always happens, which I would have got it in my shot on one of the ones if I'd have carried on, is I don't think it was the old Dam Busters war bomber, but a bomber's just been over and flew all the way over the water there and down through the valley, because they do every now and again when there's shows on, so it could be going to a show or it could be coming back from one, with it being weekend tomorrow. So I'm just really gutted that I missed it. Sometimes you get Spitfires following in an old-fashioned planes like that, but there's nothing. So it was nice to see. It was really, really low. It was okay. So I've just finished at Lady Bower Derwent Bridge. I was going to go to Standard Edge, but something's popped up, so I need to go back home now. So I've been out 4 hours, so I've had a good trek. I've done the two locations. I've done Bamford Edge and I've done the bridge, which is what I wanted. I wanted Stranage Edge as well, but I'm gonna have to do it another day. It's getting a bit cloudy now as well, so when I say cloudy I mean just a thick layer of grey cloud, no breaks in it, so it will show movement in a time lapse, but not the type of movement I'm after. So it's give or take. I could have probably beat the cloud, but never mind, I'm gonna have to go back. So as I say, this is all part of a project. At some point I will sit down and talk about it for a few minutes of what I want to do and why I'm doing it and stuff like that. But yeah, and also I'm not really going into much of the settings or anything that I'm using. If I remember I'll say, but at the end of it I want to do kind of like not an editing video as such as well, but just a video where I put them all together, give you a bit of the spec of what I shot at that time, why, and stuff along those lines. So that's why, because I know someone did bring it up saying, why have you not put any of the settings on there and whatnot. So that's kind of why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call that a day today. I'm going to say thank you for watching and all that stuff. Comment if you want. If not, never mind, it don't matter, as long as you enjoyed the show really. So thank you very much, and I will see you on part 3.